Welcome back, True Seeker. Breaking a promise to myself. I just said I would not make a video on tonight's football game. I got the blog post up. I always ask you guys to look at my blog. I put up all the information, the discussion threads up here. But then I saw what happened on the opening drive and I said, okay, I just got to make a video. Aaron Rodgers, let me zoom in here. Oh my God, they've already scored again. Oh no! Wow. I said on my blog that everything lines up for the Packers. I'm wondering if the Packers are going to score 44 points tonight, and now they've already got 14 in the first quarter. If the Packers score 44 tonight or 41, either of those scores, I'm going to laugh hysterically. Maybe even 47. Those are my three scores I'm putting on the board. 41, 44, 47 for the Packers. The over-under was at 44. This 14-point start, I couldn't even show you what I was just about to show you. On his first drive, he went 4 for 7. Wait, no, he went 4 for 5 on his first drive with 47 yards and a touchdown. And I wanted to show you the 4 for 5 for 47 yards with a touchdown. But now he's 5 for 7. So he took 2 more passes and he completed 1 for a 2-yard touchdown. So I'm not watching the game. I was working on my book. I just looked at the score and I said, I'm going to do a video on this first touchdown drive. It just happened. So I'm guessing what happened in the game is the Bears just turned over the ball and the Packers scored quick. Something like that. But look at this. Here was the video I would have done before the game started. As always, these games are synced up with the date. So I always start with the date. And if you know the numbers we talk about, 7447. These are the numbers of Freemasonry. Again and again, the Freemason compass with the big G on it, like the Packers helmet. The compass is set at 47 degrees. The circle at the top is known as the pole star. And in gematria, pole star equals 47. And why this matters is because it's a tribute to Euclid's 47th problem, how to make a perfectly square foundation using rope, anchor points, and the pole star. The Freemasons are builders, or, they used to be builders. They used to be the people who built, the greatest holy structures, sacred places. And gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words, is a biblical practice, mostly only known to Judaism today, but that's not how it began. Anyhow, big numbers of Freemasonry, NFL established by Walter Camp, the 33rd degree Scottish Rite Freemason. It's the Packers on primetime franchise. By the way, the first Super Bowl season was the 47th season of the National Football League, 1966. Packers won that Super Bowl in the 47th season. Talked about 47 a lot with the Packers. So as I was decoding the data, I said, today has 54 numerology. That means there's going to be a 93 somewhere. Anytime you see 54, 93 is coming. So I went and I looked at the head-to-head for the Packers and the Bears all time. You can verify this, profootballreference.com. Right here. For the Chicago Bears against the Green Bay Packers all time coming into tonight's game, they were 93 and 93 against each other with 6 ties. And that means tonight's going to be the 193rd regular season game, which bodes so well for the Packers as we'll get to. This is why it was a clear read for the Packers tonight, But look at this, 93-93. And just knowing from the 54, I knew the 93 would be there because when you understand that all of these games are scripted, and they are, you just see how the same patterns persist. And why do 54 and 93 matter? Remember, the word sun has gematria of 54. They tell us the sun is the keeper of time 93 million miles away. And also, to the occult, the most distant planet to the ancients, the 6th planet, Saturn, that's the keeper of time. And it's the only planet with a gematria of 93. And real world mathematics, every 54 weeks from planet Earth, we get our best view of Saturn. That's like the rhythmic pattern with how we're moving. Every 54 weeks, we get our best view of Saturn. At least that's what's written, and you can verify this. I mean, it's written all over the place. And as I read it, I've never taken the time to verify it, but I just go, weird. 54, 93 paired together, Saturn best viewed every 54 weeks from Earth. I understood the 54 and 93 thing, and then just the more you read, the more you see, you're like, wow, okay, I see where these numbers come from. The word reincarnate, 54. Rome, all roads lead to Rome. They had to decide what to do. People were worshiping the sun. People were worshiping the Son of God. What did they do? They had to, they had to make everyone happy. Somebody who follows my work made a great point. He said, why do you think the word dog is spelled the same as God? And he said it's because when a dog is out in the sun, the dog's so happy. Dog just is loving life, wagging its tail, rolling around in the grass. What is going on here? What is going on? Anyway, he said, look, the dog, it's not any happier than when it's out in the sun. And the dog just shows us all that we're creatures of the sun. It's interesting how in Gematria, sun god and God sum to the same thing, Get on Gematria, use the reduction method, the ordinal method, you'll see what I mean. So anyhow, somebody's going to get their 94th win tonight unless it finishes in a tie, which is unlikely. Today is the day that leaves 94 days left in the year. In this letters and numbers language, it's all synced up with the calendar. As above, so below. And this is what the Babylonians did. This is what the Egyptians did with their language. They had letters and numbers. They had this belief system, Kabbalah, the belief that God created the world with language. And they made the mathematics align with what was above. This is what they did to the ancient languages. You read about this stuff, you learn about the occult, the information that's out there, and lo and behold, the same thing's been done with English, So anyway, somebody's going to get the 94th win, and when you write out 94, sums to 147. Last year in spring training, I said why the Cubs would win the World Series before the season began, and I also made a video on why they would win it in Game 7, and it had everything to do with 94, 147, and 47. Numbers that come up again and again. World Series has gematria of 147. When I made that call, what happened in the game had to do with the number 94, and it was 47 days from Game 7, or what would have been Game 7 of the World Series on November 2nd of the 112th World Series. Anyway, I'm just saying, knowing the code, you can project things just as I did last year. And, it's too bad Google deleted all my content because I had years and years of correct predictions. The year before that in spring training, I said why the Mets would be in the World Series. Everyone said that was the stupidest pick ever, and I was an idiot. Well, the Mets made it to the World Series. And then it went all by the numbers. I even called the score of Game 3, 3-9 before it was played. You ever seen anybody call the World Series back-to-back years, call the scores of games? And I've called just so many other things. I called the entire men's and ladies championship, essentially, in college basketball this year. Plus, I just wish it was all up. I just say, go watch my videos. Hopefully somebody out there saved them and can upload them someday, I can re-upload them someday, it's just they keep taking down my channels. It takes a long time to upload videos, and they keep taking down stuff that I upload. So, is it worth investing the time? Anyway, Green Bay Packers, 193rd regular season game all time tonight. Over, under, right around 44 points. Remember, in Gematria, Wisconsin sums to 44. And we learned with the reverse reduction method that Packers also sums to 44. And last year, before last season began, the summer before, I put out a video giving 4 teams from the AFC and NFC that have the strongest narratives for the Super Bowl and who I like the most. And in those teams that I picked, I had the Falcons and the Packers. And I said it was all about the number 44 because the Super Bowl was going to be played on a date with 44 numerology. And I said Wisconsin and Georgia are the only 2 states with gematria 44. Wisconsin 44, Georgia 44. Look at what happened in the NFC Championship. It ended up being those 2 teams, and the Falcons won with 44. And then they lost to the Patriots in the 25-point comeback on 2/5, where Tom Brady won his 25th playoff game and his 34th playoff game ever with a 34-point win. And a million other things, Last year was the 97th season of the NFL. 97 is the 25th prime. They made the touchback 25 yards before the 25-point comeback. All part of the script by the numbers. Now they tell you Tom Brady drinks 2.5 gallons of water. He drinks 25 full glasses of water a day. That was the information out 2 weeks ago. Just mocking people, making fun of people. Marshawn Lynch, goal line, timeouts to spare, time to spare. Running back that's never ran for less than a yard for his entire NFL career. Give him the ball, win the Super Bowl. Nah, nah, nah. Instead, we're going to do something we've never done before. We're going to throw the ball at the 1-yard line and go back and watch, you guys, when the Patriots beat the Seahawks. 21 seconds left when number 21 intercepts Russell Wilson's 21st pass on February 1st, 2/1. You know? That's how Tom Brady won his 4th Super Bowl, becoming 4-2 over the team from the 42nd state. Seahawks equals 42. Then the 25-point comeback over the Falcons on 2/5. You know, and those are just two of so many things that I've called in the world of sports. I've been calling out the false flag dates before they happen. You know, what's going on with all these rigged selections? Got the whole puppet show exposed. And for my efforts, Google continues to delete my work. Also, it's the start of Week 4, which has Gematria 41, like Green Bay, who's hosting the first game of Week 4. Rodgers, Green Bay, Week 4, you know, it's looking good. And I mean, they already got 2 touchdowns. And again, the reason that I made the video is because his first drive was a 47-yard drive with 4 passes. The divisors of 4 sum to 7. 7 is the 4th prime number. 4, 7. Euclid's 47th problem about how to establish foundation. 47 degrees on the Freemason compass. Pole star. I'll show you this. Pole star. 47. You see it? So anyway, it's all a script. And all my videos, you know, every time I'm recording, I like do the same stuff, right? I have to explain the same things. I get down about how people just aren't catching on, and I have to explain myself even though I shouldn't. You know, go read the article USA Today wrote about me January 27th, 2016. You know, I say that and people say, hey, can you link me the article? And I'm just like, I hate to promote Google, but, you know, it's what almost all of you use. Look, just go here, Zachary K, Hubbard, USA Today. Let's see what happens. You know, keyword search. That's, whoa, what's the top one? Conspiracy theorist proves Freemasons rigged AFC and NFC. You know? This article written January 27th, 2016, before the Broncos and Panthers played, because in October I explained why the Broncos would beat the Panthers, why there'd be a Black Panther tribute, why Von Miller would be the MVP, and a million other things. And all of that came true. And for recognizing all of that so early and for exposing it all year, plus a million other things, USA Today wrote this article making fun of me, but then at the end of this long article, and it's too bad he linked all my videos. I mean, he helped me get some subscribers from this. He linked the videos, but YouTube deleted the channel, so now nothing's there. He made fun of my blog, which I still have going, which was taken down temporarily this summer, but I got it reestablished. But here, he references the Stonecutters, which is an episode from The Simpsons about Freemasonry. And he says, deep enough. Look how he closes out. I don't believe the Freemasons are behind all of this. I think once you dig deep enough, you'll see it was the Stonecutters all along. Well, the Stonecutters are the Freemasons and the Simpsons, and if you go to this clip, it goes to the YouTube song, and they sing We Do. And this song won a Grammy from The Simpsons. Look at this. We Do, 47. Come back up here and check out this guy's name. He questions if Zachary K. Hubbard's my real name. I question if Ryan Phillips is his real name. Phillips. So I'll link this article down below. It's making my computer overheat. But look at the name Phillips, too. You know, the guy who wrote this for USA Today. I'll show you something about USA Today, too. Authority, 106. USA Today, 106. You know, last year, when my top pick, you know, from the beginning of the year, I thought that there was a strong read for the Colts. They were playing 112 days from Houston. Houston's 112, just like Super Bowl. Show you where I went wrong last year. I gave people 4 teams, and they were the right teams that were in the Super Bowl. Super Bowl equals 112, just like Houston, just like Matt Ryan, just like Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck. And the Colts played 112 days from the date of the Super Bowl, plus a number of other things. I said all along, though, there was a narrative for the Patriots, too, who in week 1 played on the 112th meridian. And I said, often when the Colts get the tributes, it seems to go to the Patriots for whatever reason in this time of this post 9/11 agenda with the Patriots and the Patriot Act. So anyway, there was a lot of 112 with the Colts. Their symbol's a horseshoe. Andrew Luck's from Houston. 33 years earlier, his father played in Houston. What was so weird is the day that the Colts were eliminated from the playoffs was the same day that a car crashed through my house, and I also had a threat out for that day. It was Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve was the day the Colts were eliminated from contention, and a car crashed through my house, and I was threatened for that day. And I just wonder, There were articles written last year about how much money was placed on the Colts because of online numerologists and who had the resume with all the right picks. That Colts pick was the first one where my top choice didn't hit in a while. I'd called everything from the Triple Crown a year before it happened to a million other things. So how many people are really watching my work? And if you lost money on the Colts, remember, I don't endorse gambling. I just give you guys the knowledge, and mostly what I give you is right. I did say all year, and I gave you a million times warnings. I said, I'd put some money down on the Patriots because a lot kept lining up for the Patriots, including the Simpsons episode called The Town. Notice it equals 33, just like Cleveland's 33, just like Tom's 33, just like Simpsons 33. That episode, The Town, it came out 119 days before the Super Bowl. It came out the day Tom Brady returned to Cleveland and won with 33 points. Tom 33, The Town 33. By the way, Massachusetts 33. All throughout the season, I said, if you bet on the Colts, I think I would put some money down on the Patriots. I gave people a million different times from week 1 on. I told people I liked the Colts in March, right after Super Bowl 49 ended, Or not Super Bowl 49, Super Bowl 50. And I said, we got to do more research, but a lot lines up for the Colts, and it did. But it didn't pan out that way. And again, I've been doing this for a few years, They might really be, who knows how big of an influence we're having. They're continuing to squash my channel. How many people are really watching? I don't think that many people right now. People can't find these videos. But if you are watching, please share. This isn't about gambling. It's about getting the knowledge out there that's all rigged so people stop investing the emotional energy. Stop investing your emotional energy in a rigged outcome. It's insane to do that if you know that. But people don't know that. That's the real reason for these videos. For all of you who make money off it, and a lot of you have written and said how much money you've made. Jeremy White, he won tens of thousands of dollars, he said, off the Broncos-Panthers knowledge. And a lot of people, wrote how much they won. Some guy left a comment that he went out and bought a $40,000 car after the Cavs came back 3-1. Because who told everybody? I said the Cavs are definitely coming back from down 3-1. Just like I said, the Cubs are definitely coming back from 3-1. I said, remember, Game 7. Now it's all lines up for the Game 7. The script. You can read it. And once the Colts got eliminated, what I said it's all Patriots. It's all Patriots. And all year, gave people all the teams, Matt Ryan ended up being the guy in Houston in the Super Bowl, going down by 25 points in the completely scripted loss. All right, Truth Seeker, we'll end it there. Until next time.